Did you guys know that most student visas are rejected because of these 5 reasons? Today, I'm going to be telling you about those reasons, and these are mostly the causes of the 214B rejection, which most of the students get, which basically stops them from going to their dream university. If you keep these 5 points in mind, just these 5 points, I'm sure that you'll be at least halfway on your way to acing the F1 visa interview. By the way, this is also applicable to the J1s and M1s and F2s and J2s out there, alright? The number one thing is lack of ties to your home country. What that essentially means is that you may actually settle down in the USA, and that's how the officer feels looking at your application, that you may never actually come back to your country. This point number 1 is actually the most common reason for the rejections. Hence, you want to make sure no matter what your answers are, you should always stay away from putting it inside the head of the officer that you won't be coming back to your own country. This can very well be done by showing home ties. Again, a few people like to think that home ties are things like properties or families or grandparents that you have to take care of course. There are of course other means out there as well from a case-by-case scenario. Let's talk about point number 2, that is low ranked university. If you're going to a university that is not very well ranked in the United States, the officer may actually think inside their head itself that why is this person going to a low ranked university when they can probably bag a better university in their own country? And that's a pretty good question if you ask me. And that has often become a ground for rejection. Point number 3, of course, is insufficient funds. If your funds are not in the right accounts, you're showing funds which are maybe in current accounts sometimes, basically accounts wherein money moves a lot, or maybe you're showing funds which recently got deposited into your account, right? Or you're showing funds in the form which are not liquefiable. You're showing properties or land which is not exactly very liquid all of a sudden. Well, in that case, you may actually get rejected because of that. Also, make sure that you should always show at least 1.2 to 1.5 times your I-20 amount to avoid this sort of a rejection. Point number 4 is that your family is already in the USA, and this doesn't have to be your whole family. Sometimes it can just be your brother, your sister, your maybe just your mother. Could be just even one single person really. But if they're already settled in the United States, and especially if they're on a green card, that can make your life a lot harder. Well, to avoid that, of course, you have to show even more stronger home ties. Finally, point number 5 is wrong reasons for choosing the university. If you have chosen a university for all the wrong reasons and you're not able to justify as to why you want to go to that university, because why this university is a question that pops up in almost every interview out there. Of course, there are exceptions to that, but most of you guys should be very well prepared for this question. If your answer is not good enough, chances are this question can be a very easy ground for rejection, because the officer may just think that you really don't care about the university as much. All you're going there for is to settle down in the United States. So these are the 5 most common reasons for rejections of the United States student visas. Now we can actually train you if you would like. We can actually train you one-on-one on your case to understand exactly what kind of answers you should give and how you can actually move ahead and ensure that your visa does not get rejected. If you're interested in something like that, make sure to take a look at the mock interview service, the US visa mock interview service on YMGrad.com. And of course, the link is always going to be in my description. Go ahead, take a look, and our visa experts will be able to help you with the same. Well guys, that's all for this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Make sure to follow us on Instagram for more such updates, and of course on our YouTube channel for more similar videos. Thank you so much. Until next time, goodbye and take care.